Morning, Saturday 16th of May. Greetings from Sidcup. I'm here, I'm working the soil. It's been an interesting week on the allotment here on accounts that we had frost. And frost this late in the year is unusual, but it's had a big impact on some of the plants. Squashes, potatoes. The runner beans completely gone. And even the grapes. And what you'll notice is that the most vulnerable of the plants has gone. There'll be plenty of plants that have survived. I'm looking at the broad beans over there, which are flowering. There'll be fruit on them very soon, or beans on them very soon, and they survive, but more vulnerable plants haven't. And it got me thinking. I had an email through yesterday from CAFOD, who are desperate for funding to help the most vulnerable people, particularly in the poorer areas of the world, the developing countries which are about to be hit by the coronavirus. And even if they're not hit as badly as CAFOD and other charities such as Muslim Aid and Christian Aid expect, their crops, things like that don't always survive, and my crops will grow back, there's not a problem with that, but their crops that don't survive, normally they would get aid from charities, well-run charities such as CAFOD, to support them through the difficult times. That is not going to happen this year to the extent that it normally does, because people are putting their money in other charities, and we need to look out for everyone, but particularly the most vulnerable people. And no matter where we are, we're lucky in this country on accounts that if we do get ill, we've got the health service to look after us, and we've got places to recover us. There are certainly charities that need our support in this country, but worldwide we've got to look after everyone, and CAFOD would be a good thing. So what we're looking at, we didn't do our Lenten charity this year because of the coronavirus, and that was the actual charity that escapes me on a Saturday morning, sorry about that. But we know that CAFOD missed out on their fundraiser on the first Sunday of shutdown, which is Family Fast Day. So perhaps to help that out, I've got a challenge for all of the St Columbus community over the half-term period to do a million reps of whatever you choose. It could be press-ups, it could be sit-ups if you're foolish, it could be star jumps, burpees, anything you like, whatever you consider to be a rep. Now I reckon we've got 800 boys, and we've got about 100 staff, that's 900 people-ish, and if everyone did 111 of those, 111 repetitions each day, we get to a million over 10 days from next Friday until the Sunday or from this Friday until the Sunday of half term. So that's quite a big ask, though, 111 each day. So you might want to share it out with people in your household and do 111 between you and make it more of a joint thing. And then we'd look to try and get a little bit of sponsorship to raise money for CAFOD. So the challenge would be, CAFOD say they've got these packs which they'll give out for £6 to a family, and that family would help them out with hand washing, with just keeping things generally clean, like you were doing when you went into school before we had the shutdown, which is where some of these countries are. You're encouraged to wash your hands. There's hand gel everywhere. We know that hand gel went from 60p to £4 at that time. It's the same in other countries with people trying to make a quick profit. So by us doing a little bit of fundraising, so we felt there's 450 families roughly, plus 100 families associated with the staff. That's a total of 550 families. We're going to set a target of around about 3,600, which would be £6 raised per family over that time. So if we could all do that, do the participation, try and get to a million repetitions of whatever it is, and raise £6 by asking people to sponsor you to do your 111 repetitions per day as a family, we might get towards that target of 3,600, which isn't that far more than we would normally do at this time of year. And I know times are tough for all of us at the moment, but it might be something to do. It's something we can do indoors. If suddenly there's a clampdown on what our freedoms are because of the coronavirus, you can do the repetitions indoors. You don't need to get outside to do it. So whether you choose to do press-ups, star jumps, probably the easiest, and get your younger brothers and sisters, your older brothers and sisters involved. Get your parents involved, your carers, grandparents even, if they can take part. All help to contribute to the million target that we've got. And I'm going to leave that there. I'll leave the challenge to you, and we start Friday.